Andrew Wiggins, Kevon Looney, and Otto Porter Jr. gets the nod. Klay Thompson didn't play in the Chicago game on the back end of a back-to-back, but he opens the score.
In the league in their three-point shooting percentage, so you can't get carried away.
Nice delivery. Beverly lob. Now Vanderbilt's an intriguing player. Grabbed as the head coach. He's also been the Toronto, had been in Houston.
Comes your split.
You're the Warriors. Just want to hang in this game as long as possible. Doesn't matter about the stats or the percentages, just stay in the game. And right now, you're more than in the game with the early.
It looked like he was going to go to the corner. He looked him off, and he got it to the wing, and that started the ball movement.
A lot of ISO for Cat. Looney played him pretty well. Best he's ever shot it at 49. Three-point line. Best he's ever shot it at 42.5. But needs the free throw line to come up. Looney set that screen. Jordan Poole three, perfectly done. That was just like a...
And Looney understands if they're not going to guard him close, he can always give that handoff. You're going to have an opening off of that. Let's continue to watch that as they involve Karl-Anthony Towns. They get another steal almost.
Now Klay, he had three. He's going to get him up. Man, I'm telling you right now, Vanderbilt has three done.
He's going mid-range, he's going post-up, because that's what he was good at. Even a guy like Anthony Edwards, he takes almost 9 threes a game. Their coach says, I'd rather have him around 5 or 4 because he's so good going down low, even though Edwards is a much better three-point shooter.
So Kuminga in, Malik Beasley in. Well, Steve Kerr referenced another Sean Marion, in the way that Kuminga played the other game. Just said, if he just runs hard all the time on offense and defense, his skill set is so crazy that he'll just contribute in all kinds of ways.
He's got so many tools you can't teach. He's got such crazy athleticism. He's got great counter moves, getting downhill, getting into the paint.
Only 9/10 to shoot here. It's got to be a hot potato. The Warriors did well to get a shot up. So Minnesota, they have 10, and all 10 are points in the paint. The Warriors have no points in the paint. But you'll take it tied at 10 midway through this first quarter. Beverly off front iron. Every extra possession is important. Looney already has 6 rebounds.
So you got a good double team there, and they had the double team guy get back out to his man. Worked out there.
Kevon the decision maker. Porter had hit 1 3. That's a pretty good closeout. And Otto Porter with a fadeaway. You could use a real big Porter scoring game tonight.
It would be nice. Now, there's your first point in the paint.
That's it. But with no Steph Curry, no Draymond Green, and Draymond will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. They're going to play the rest of the month of January without him as Cat misses at 3.
That's going to be really tough.
That's Jordan Poole. You've got the 3 good and then a foul.
So, again, involving Karl-Anthony Towns. He was in recovery mode there before he was too far away from it. This time he's saying, oh no, I got to get out there, and you lose your discipline. And that's what's so tough for big. That's such a great screen from Looney, which is something he always does, but they're involving Karl-Anthony Towns. It's going to be such a tough task to ask him to get out there and guard the perimeter because that's not where he's comfortable.
And I wanted to back up just numerically. You say, hey, tough to play without Draymond. The Warriors are 4-5 in the games Draymond hasn't played.
He does so much.
So if you're going to miss another 7, 8, 9, 10, I mean, it's so critical that everybody else kick in on all the different things that Draymond Green does.
I mean, you can't even look at the stat sheet with him a lot of times. He does so many things that you can't count. That doesn't end up on a stat sheet. And defensively,
so Poole fouled Beverly on the drive. The one thing I will say is that with the 7-game homestand coming up, Draymond, his voice will still be there.
That's what I'm saying.
And his mind will still be there. And that's critical to have his presence around.
Well, I was about to say defensively, one of the main things he does is talk. He's so loud.
Chase Center has launched the Suite Exchange. Industry first, authentic and verified resale marketplace for all Chase Center suites. This is such a great program. Learn more at suiteexchange.com and get premium events, whether it's concerts or Warrior games, and live the sweet life for a night or so.
So like you're saying at home, Draymond will be on the bench yelling instead of on the court, which will help, but you'd rather have him on the court, obviously.
So Clay getting these little 6-minute bursts. Tonight could be up to 24 minutes, Steve said before the game. Wiggins doubled and then turning it over. So McDaniels, his length helping defensively. Damian Lee's first playing time. McDaniels traveled.
Just picked up that pivot foot. 6'9" guy that can handle.
28th pick in 2020. This is only year 2.
Moves really well without the ball.
You think Minnesota knew that Wiggins had 35 against him in the first meeting? He's drawing blue jerseys wherever he goes.
Trying to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Kuminga on Edwards. D. Lee, an attacking drive there. Again, this is a good thing that's carried over from Chicago.
So I love how they had Kuminga in the post there, because when you're in the post and it's the split action, you need a good decision maker. So they trusted him with that to find the open man.
Malik Beasley is either real hot or real cold. His last 5 games, 3 hot games, 2 cold games, and he can be a barometer for Minnesota's offense. Shot clock at 7. Looney setting up Kuminga. Jonathan McDaniels, a little pump fake. Took a little contact.